Hey everybody, welcome back to our channel, Kono Pro. Today what we got going on is we're going to be installing some roof rafters, and I'm going to be going over just a couple little pointers on some roof rafters here, throwing some knowledge at you. So what I got going on here is that right there, that rafter, what I'm doing is I'm cutting my bird's mouth. My bird's mouth is a notch that actually sits on your outer wall, on your exterior wall top plate, and then your other cut will be your plumb ridge cut, and then that'll sit on top of it, and that'll be what goes up against your ridge, and you nail it to your ridge. Okay, so what I did is I took all my measurements, and then I figured out what my rafter, where it would be in the measurements on it, and where my bird's mouth cut would be, and my plumb ridge cut. And once I have that figured out, I measure it out, and then I cut it, and then I make a template. Then I check that up there on my layout and make sure if it works for all of them, then I'll make like 10 of them or 20 of them, how many ever I need for each side, so it can go a lot quicker when I frame it up. And then I get those cuts set up against the walls over there, and then I just frame them up, and that's what I'm going to be doing in this video basically. But I just want to go over a couple quick little tips right here as far as roofs. Okay, a lot of people get confused when it comes to the slope of a roof. A slope, what it is basically, if you look on the plans, it'll say like 2 and 12, 4 and 12, 6 and 12. And what that basically means is that, let's say 2 and 12, that means it rises 2 inches every 12 inches. So basically every foot it'll rise 2 inches. So let's say you have a building that's 24 feet wide, and then you divide that in half to get your run, and then that's going to be 12 feet. And then you times that by 2, which is your rise, 2 inches every 12 inches. So you times that by 2, and then you have 24 inch. So you're going to have a rise of 24 inches. Okay, so it's a little confusing, roofing and stuff like that. But once you start doing it and you actually start framing one up and you start working on it, then you might go through a couple rafters and then get the hang of it, and then you'll feel like you're amazing at it. But a couple things. Let's see. The rise. The rise is the vertical measurement from cap plate to the ridge height. Okay. So if you're trying to find your rise in feet, what you do is you multiply the run by the unit rise and divide it by 12. So basically, that's what I was just telling you to do earlier. So you take, so if you have the run, which is 12 feet, and then you take your unit run, which is 2 for every 12 inches, and you multiply that by, so you do that, and then you'll have 24 inch rise, right? So 2 times 12 is your run, so then that's going to be your rise, 24 inches. All right, so let me see. There's some really important cuts that all rafters basically have to have. Okay, there's the plumb ridge cut, which is basically your ridge is up there and it's level, right? So it's plumb. So you're going to have a plumb ridge cut. So that means the part that's touching the ridge is going to have a level cut on it. It's called a plumb ridge cut, right? And then the part that sits on your exterior top plate is going to have a bird's mouth cut, and that's usually a 3.5 inch, 3/4 inch notch that sits onto your top plates. Okay, and that helps it keep stay there structurally. It locks it all in. Okay, and another tip too, when it comes to roofs, and the lower the pitch, the weaker the rafters are, and so sometimes you'll have to have a bigger rafter. But if you have a greater pitch, like a 8-12 or a 12-12, like a Cape Cod style roof pitch, really high, then you can go with a lower, like a 2x6 rafter versus a 2x10 rafter. It gets stronger once it gets up vertically. It actually starts getting stronger, and of course if you go 16 on center, it's stronger than 2 foot on center. But if you look in your plans, and once you figure everything out, then you figure out your rafter span, then you can go to your span table, and on there it'll tell you, it's like a grid, like a chart that'll tell you, if you say you have a 16-foot span, it'll tell you what size wood to use, what number grade, number 1 Doug fir, number 2 Doug fir, different different families of wood, different species of wood that you might have a choice to use for your framing. So you know, those are just a couple little tips, and hope they help as far as, you know, doing some roof rafting and you know, roof rafter framing. And if you're going to do some roof rafter framing and you watch this video, then maybe that clarifies some stuff up for you. If you're looking at some plans and you're thinking about framing up a roof tomorrow and you didn't really understand this slope, you know, or how to get the rise or what the span was or the run, and maybe you can watch this video back and you can get it. Please enjoy the rest of the video. It's just going to be us finishing off this framing. We're going to be finishing off all the rest of the roof rafters and a little walkthrough on the video, so please enjoy.
See what we got going on here. We got a master electrician here getting down. Master plumber here getting down. Check this out. Oh yeah. It's rare that you see a plumber use levels nowadays. Nice. He's the one that did all our subterranean plumbing. All the plumbing to the existing structures. Been doing plumbing for our company for many, many years. It's our master electrician. Setting the panel for all the home runs. Our run. Boom. Getting the can lights hooked up. We got all the rafters ran on this side now. We're going to start running all the rafters on this side. On our right side. See our rafters? All the weight of the rafters are bearing on that shear wall right there. That shear wall is a bearing wall that's supporting all our rafters that support our ridge. And then we'll have our other rafters shoot off down there, stagger on all the ceiling joists. And then we'll have a 45-degree kicker off that shear wall going up and supporting the new rafters on the right side rafters. Alright, so we'll have a 45-degree kicker, basically a whole wall that's built in a 45-degree angle from that shear wall that's going to shoot off and support the right side rafters going down on the right side of this gable. Alright, see, we got some more can lights. We got our ceiling fan. See all hold downs, all those HDU2s that I was mentioning on one of the other videos. That's what they look like after they're done. See, it has the wall bolted down. There's my bottom plate. Then we got our HDU2. See that? That was those long pieces of all thread that were coming out of the foundation on the subfloor foundation video that we posted. You can see them all. You can see one there. You can see one there. See one there. See all these blocks right here? These are all our blocks already measured and cut and ready to go, like packages for all our backing for our drywall. We got our blocks right here too for our shear paneling, all cut and ready to go. We'll start setting those today, hopefully. All right, everybody, there it is. Another little sneak peek at this little project. Hope you all enjoyed. Thank you very much. Kono Pro out.
All right, we got all the roof rafters installed and looking nice. We hope you all enjoyed the video, and please share us with your social media and subscribe and give us some likes. All right, thanks everybody. Know-Pro out. Peace.